Hi there, Sherry Schreiber of GettingBetter.com, and my computer just froze on the last delivery I attempted to record this happiness video, so hopefully that won't happen again, and I'll actually be able to complete this one for you, my Dell computer. Anyway, happiness. What is happiness? Well, most people don't have a clue about that. Most people living on the planet believe that happiness is something that they will have in the future if and when such and such happens. So in other words, happiness is based on contingencies for them. I'll be happy when I can finally buy a home. I'll be happy when I finally meet my soulmate and sail off into the sunset to be happy ever after. I'll be happy when I can get a new and reliable car. I'll be happy when I heal from this injury, this broken arm, this broken leg. I'll be happy when I make my first million. And the problem is you won't. Happiness is an inside job. It's not dependent on contingencies. It's something you work long and hard at, and I can tell you this from personal experience. It's something you could work hard and long at to build within yourself, to be able to grasp moments of lightness, glee, joy, calm throughout your everyday existence, and appreciate that, recognize that, see that, be in the moment, be in the present with those. And interestingly enough, those start to build on themselves. Rather than noticing the lack in your life daily, you're noticing that your glass is really more half full than half empty. You have your eyesight. You have a healthy body. You have your hearing. You can taste. You can smell. Being thankful and grateful for these things. Being thankful and grateful that you're able to walk around. Drive. Little things. Appreciating the little stuff. Appreciating, congratulating yourself for little tasks well done. Little stuff. I did a good job loading the dishwasher this morning. I really know how to organize and utilize space well. That's what builds on itself in terms of repairing your self-worth, having you recognize who you really are, as opposed to always thinking about who you should be. And beating yourself up for what you perceive are your deficits, your imperfections, your shortcomings, your flaws, because you think that as a human being you're supposed to be perfect, a perfectly programmed little robot. No, that's not a recipe for happiness. Quite the opposite, in fact. So this one day, I'll be happy. I'll be happy when this or that happens. That's horseshit. That kind of person is never going to attain happiness. They don't know how to create it in the moment for themselves. So it doesn't matter how much money you make, how successful you are. It's not going to bring you happiness. It doesn't matter how many girls or guys fall in love with you and just think you're the cat's meow. It's not going to bring you happiness. Not going to. Impossible. Happiness is not something outside of yourself. I knew this. Somehow as a young woman, I knew this. And I knew that I could probably figure out how to engage in some sort of career endeavor for myself that would help me feel financially secure and safe, because I wasn't for a lot of years. But I knew it wasn't going to give me happiness. Oh, I might feel safer. I might have a little more freedom in life. I might not have to worry so much about paying my rent and my bills, but it wasn't going to make me happy. I knew this. Something inside me knew this as a young woman. So I never pursued that because I knew it would be inevitably a disappointing experience. That payoff wouldn't match my expectation. Don't ask me how I knew this. I just knew it. Maybe I was wiser than the average bear in my 20s. I don't know. But it's true. Happiness is an inside job. An ongoing and building sense of contentment and ease and inner peace and joy and being able to construct a nourishing, friendly, kind, comfortable relationship with you is all that frigging matters. It doesn't matter whether the world is coming to an end around you, whether you lose your job, whatever it is. Whatever setbacks you incur, once you build that nourishing, solid sense of self inside you, they're not gonna knock you out of your orbit. Oh, we all have setbacks. We all have, times when the shit hits the fan. but a solid, whole, healthy human who has a nourishing, solid bond with him or herself experiences those disappointments, experiences some sadness, experiences some maybe dark emotions at times, but they don't knock us out of our orbit. We're still orbiting. So building that sense of self, that solid relationship to the self, never criticizing yourself, it doesn't mean not holding yourself accountable for failures or errors. But what it means is not continuing to beat yourself up for them for the rest of your life, for the next 30, 40, 50, 60 years. What does that accomplish? Try and learn what not to do in this lifetime by the bad feelings you have after you've made an error. That's enough to bring your attention to what you want to try not to do again. It's the only way to live. So really, this happiness thing is never contingent upon what happens externally to you. It's only dependent on what you build inside of yourself with you. I have a video online about, it's called There Is No Panacea, meaning whether you're coupled or single in life, there's always a set of compromises you must be willing to adapt to, whatever choice you make of that. Same with being rich or poor. The rich have to make compromises. They make sacrifices too, believe it or not. There's no panacea. They have to figure out constantly how to protect their money, how to shelter it, so that all their hard-earned efforts don't go getting flushed down the toilet or handed over to Uncle Sam, the government. So every condition and choice we make in life involves its own set of compromises. Happiness is right now, in the moment. Can I just be in the activity of washing the dishes in the sink or loading the dishwasher? Can I just be in the activity of painting my toenails today and enjoy that process and not be thinking of anything else while I'm in that process? Can I let my brain relax and rest and get out of my own way. Build a nourishing, healthy, friendly relationship with you. That is the foundation for which happiness begins to grow. If you don't have that, it doesn't matter what you acquire in this lifetime, you will never, ever attain happiness. And I've worked with multimillionaires in my practice over the years. Multimillionaires, and these people made fortunes several times over. But they were empty and dead inside, and lonely and sad and depressed. That money didn't make them happy. It gave them some freedom, a little extra freedom to do stuff they wanted to do or buy stuff they wanted to buy, but never brought them happiness. Never gave them a true sense of grounding and stability and safety and contentment and true joy inside. So remember this. Take it from the wise old sage, Sherry Schreiber. I'm telling you truths. Don't set yourself up for delayed gratification. Well, I'll be happy when, ... No. Be happy now. Make up your mind to be happy now. Find little tiny itty bitty things. Maybe you have the capacity, the ability to take yourself to an ice cream parlor and get yourself a hot fudge sundae today, because that's what you're in the mood to have. Be happy in that. Take joy in that. Be in every pleasurable mouthful of that. Some people think, when I get rid of this relationship, when I finally divorce this person who's toxic for me and who I can't stand, and maybe I'll do that after the kids are grown and off to college. Oh, God. But in the meantime, you're living a life of quiet desperation, and you're dying a little every single day. You're dying a little. You're forestalling your happiness. You're not giving yourself opportunity for any kind of relief, release, joy, contentment, happiness. You're waiting until the kids are gone and out of the house. Then maybe you'll muster the courage it takes to see what life is like, living without that constant source of aggravation and toxicity. Except it's too scary for you. So you'll come up with another reason, because once the kids are off to college and you have no more reason to stay for the kids' sake, you'll find another one or two or 3 or 10 that keeps you there, living a life of quiet desperation. Don't ever do this to yourself. It ain't worth it. Life is precious. You know, a lot of people say, well, life is short. I never say that, because on a metaphysical plane, I don't want to implant that. I'm going to live a long damn time if I have anything to say about it or do about it. Life is precious. And before you know it, we're in our 60s, 70s, 80s, if we're lucky, 90s maybe even. And we're at the end of this physical journey, this physical life. We got to surrender this body. But when we look back on our life, our existence, was it a joyful, happy, gratified one? Did we like ourselves? Did we respect ourselves? Did we admire ourselves? Just for who we are, not for who we thought we should be? Happiness is an inside job. You have to work hard at rebuilding yourself from the ground up. Because you got bad programming, probably a lot like I did as a kid, that made you feel like you weren't good enough. Say you've tried to compensate for that lifelong. What a pity. What a waste of time and energy. Go for the gusto. Look for it in tiny little ways. What can I be happy about today? What little tiny thing can I be happy about today? I did a good job making my bed. I did a great job vacuuming yesterday. My house, my apartment. Oh, that pimple I had on my chin is going away. Little things, little things. Focus on the positives, not the negatives. And you will start to build a foundation, actually creating space for happiness to come in and be at your baseline, a real part of your existence. It doesn't happen any other way, my dears. Trust me, it doesn't. Wealthy people can tell you this. The ones who are still miserable. Okay, that's it. Just wanted to drop this in for your consideration today. And thank you, Internet gods, for letting me finish this video this time around. Bye for now.